But if I guessed, I think there's a lot of punditry out there. We haven't experienced inflation in our lifetimes, really. Very few investors were managing money in the 70s because that would, make them into their late 80s. So they don't, most people don't have firsthand experience with inflation. But we had a lot of pundits say, oh, well, once inflation rises, it's really hard to come down. And then the only period they can cite is the 70s and 80s, which did have recurring inflation. But the drivers of that inflation cycle were quite different. I mean, at the end of the day, if we now look back, we realize, many people realize, but this was an argument that the supply chain and the bullwhip effect really created that initial inflation surge. And then the media helped fuel this idea that inflation would be sticky, which allowed people to raise prices and people to demand wages. But then as that psychology broke, inflation's now drifting lower.